I'll be loving you always with a love that's true always.
Kalgoorlie is a city of stories, and I've got a ripper for you right now. I'm at the Palace Hotel, and at the turn of the last century, a barmaid met a young American mining engineer. They both fell madly in love. Well, not both. The American mining engineer fell madly in love with the barmaid. The barmaid, she wasn't that impressed. She was a very pretty lady and had a very full dance card. Heartbroken, the American mining engineer left town, left the country, went home. But he could never forget that beautiful barmaid that he met in Kalgoorlie. He wrote her a poem and sent her this as a gift. The most beautiful mirror I have ever seen in my life. And you know what? We never heard of the barmaid again. She just disappeared into time, and we hardly heard from the American mining engineer. Oh, well, he did become the 31st President of the United States, Herbert Hoover.
Herbert Clark Hoover is born in the small town of West Branch, Iowa, during the summer of 1874. But when he is 8 years old, his mother dies, and he is sent to live with relatives in the Quaker settlement of Newburgh, Oregon. By the time he's 17, Hoover has decided on mine engineering as a career, and he passes up a Quaker college scholarship in favor of entering the newly founded Stanford University. Hoover devotes most of his energies to the study of geology and virtually ignores his other subjects.
Hello, I'm Lou Hoover. I was born on March 29, 1874 in Waterloo, Iowa. As a child, I was raised differently than most girls of the time. My father taught me everything about hunting, plant species, and even how land forms and changes. I enjoyed playing sports and venturing in the outdoors. I went on to Stanford University, and I was the first woman to graduate with a degree in geology. After my graduation, I met Herbert Hoover.
On the basis of his record at Stanford, Hoover lands a job with a British mining firm. For 2 years, he will work in Australia, introducing American gold mining techniques.
We fell in love and were married on February 10, 1899.
Hoover travels throughout the world, international reputation as a great doctor of thick mining companies. A hard-driving businessman, as well as a brilliant engineer, he soon heads a worldwide mining enterprise. Herbert Hoover is now a wealthy man, a living image of the Horatio Alger legend. Following his marriage, Herbert Hoover becomes the idol of millions of voters. Says one observer, the great engineer is literally being propelled into the presidency. October 1929. After weeks of wild price fluctuation, panic sweeps Wall Street. Prices plummet as a wave of frantic selling grips in. Newspapers demand that the president make a statement on the crisis. Hoover delivers only a declaration of faith in the American economy. He calls the market crash a mild domestic readjustment, a passing trial. Roosevelt wins the election by a landslide vote. Says Hoover, defeat was not unexpected. Democracy is not a polite employer, he writes. The only way out of office is to get sick or die or get kicked out. In 1921, Herbert Hoover was offered a partnership in a colossal mining empire, a position that could have made him one of the wealthiest men in the world. But because he had also been offered a government post, he asked if he might have a week to think it over. Years later, Hoover wrote, "From the viewpoint of an untroubled life, there is no doubt that I made the wrong decision."
I'll be loving you always, with a love that's true, always. When the things you plan need a helping hand, I will understand. Always, always. Days may not be fair. When I'll be there, always. Not for just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year, but always. Days may not be fair, always. That's when I'll be there, always. Not for just an hour, not for just a day, and not for just a year, but always.